there, friends, and welcome back to the channel. If you are new around these parts, hello. Thank you so much for clicking. In today's video, I'm doing a plan with me for the week of September 16th, and I'm using this Stay Spooky kit. This was the September mystery from Caress Press, and it's just a 10 out of 10. It's a 10 out of 10. As soon as I saw it, I was like, this has me written all over it. I love that the colors are a bit non-traditional in ways. Like, there's definitely oranges, but I think the green and the pink is a little non-traditional for your standard like Halloween kit. So at least the shades that are being used, like the shade of green and pink, are not quite as common for Halloween. So I thought it was a little kind of fun that it didn't have your traditional colors, and then it's just beautiful. Like, it's stunning. No notes. 10 out of 10, no notes. I love it so much. I picked up the overstock as soon as I saw the reveal, which I think random, but shout out to the folks that do these reveals. Like, I think Live Laugh Plan Becca. I'll put it in the caption. But I think she posts them, and I feel like there's might be one other person that always posts like the mystery reveals. So shout out to them. Although these days we have less and less mysteries to reveal. Like, at this point, I only know of SPC that's going to have a mystery, and maybe Planner Face. I don't shop with Planner Face that often, but I think they have a mystery. And that's it. Like, no more Pink Diamond Planner Co. mysteries. Caress Press is taking a break from mysteries. She posted on IG, I think, for the first half of the year, if I remember correctly. So, which is really sad. Like, no Caress Press mysteries. It's a sad, sad time. But I'm just like, yeah, I think we're like, it's just strange. This shift is odd. Although Caress Press did say, I think, that mysteries will be coming back. They're just going to be on pause for a bit. I think it probably has a lot to do with the fact that the artist that she uses isn't really creating art right now. So I don't know. Hopefully those mysteries are able to come back, and Sadie Pepper Designs is back creating art. So I get it, though. Creative burnout is such a thing, and I'm not even an artist, and sometimes I have it just when I start to, especially lately, since I've been trying to put together these mood boards. And I'm trying to start to work on them earlier and earlier so I can hopefully get ahead of the game. But as I start to put together these mood boards, it takes some time. Like, I've had this discussion before, but it's hard to do it quick if you want to do it right. So I don't know. It's an interesting time in the planner world for sure. But yeah, anyways, sidetracked majorly there. For foil, I'm using these solid gold hollow underlays. I think they were from Plan With Me stickers. And then I am using a black foil bundle from SPC. I just did the standard confetti, but I was just going to do the standard black confetti. And I think I happened to find these gold hollow underlays. And I was like, you know what? In the vein of using up my stash and shopping my stash, I was like, let me just pull these in. I think this will be cute. And I think it ended up turning out way better than I thought, honestly. So I'm kind of happy with it. And it gives it a bit more like oomph instead of using, just the plain bougie, which I think would have been fine. I think I did that actually for my next spread, so it would have been fine, but I did enjoy how this turned out. This is, as you can see, my first Halloween themed spread of the year. I realize it is December. I'm super behind, but I am hoping that I'll be able to post a lot. I'm going to try to do some version of Planmas. I don't think you're going to get a video. Actually, I don't think. You're definitely not going to get a video every day, but I do plan to post more throughout this next month-ish, while I kind of try to catch up a bit. I am let's see. Currently, like obviously you guys are just seeing this week of September 16th, but I have the next week done and then I have the bases laid down for the next 2 weeks already. And if I'm lucky, I'll do a talk through for one or two of these planned with me. So we'll see. I think the challenge is whenever I do a ton of these, it's not so much doing them, it's doing the voiceovers for them because I run out of things to talk about if I'm doing them like so back to back. So that will be the challenge here. But I think for this video, I'm going to do a tag. I'm going to find a Halloween tag to do. Problem is a lot of them are kind of the same fluff. So I'm trying to find a good one, but we'll see where that goes. Before I get into that, it is currently the day I'm doing this video, or this voiceover, I should say, is Cyber Monday. So I do want to go in, and it's the last day of a lot of people's Black Friday sales. So I do want to go in today and pick up a couple of things for my December kit lineup. I have to sit and go through what I have first, because that's paramount since I'm still trying to shop my stash so that I can make sure I buy responsibly and don't just buy every damn thing. But I am trying to narrow down my Christmas kits. I think I'm going to do that when I'm done with these voiceovers. I kind of have them all laid out, all my Christmas kits that I'm thinking about for December. And then I have what I'm thinking about for January. I'm just missing my New Year's kit, which I just ordered from Caress Press. So that should be on its way in the... Oh my gosh, excuse me. That was such a violent burp. Jesus. That should be on its way to me soon. I just ordered that one. But that's the only thing. Otherwise, I think I have everything I need for January. I am actually, Kitten has just posted a sneak of a winter set that she's releasing this week, I think. And it is, of course, stunning. Like all her stuff is stunning, but it is stunning. So I might need that. So we'll see. We might add one more to that lineup, but I think mostly I'm good for January and I might be pretty good for February. So I feel pretty good. I'm really trying to only buy what I need. And well, we'll see how that actually works out. I'm really trying to only buy what I need. So that's the December kit lineup. That will go live at some point this month. I don't know if I'm actually going to wait until the foil comes in, since most of it probably isn't ordered unless I go through my stash and find a lot of things that I want to use from there. So we'll see. I'd like to not have to wait for especially Black Friday orders, because I know that processing time is going to be much longer, but we'll have to see kind of once I go through and figure out foil pairings and things where I land with that. But I'm hoping that I don't have to wait until basically the end of December, early January to give y'all a December kit lineup. So we'll see what happens there. But I'm working on that in January and pairing foils and such. So yeah. All right, y'all, let's get into this Halloween tag. I have multiple, so I'll be skipping around. There's a little this or that, a little just straight up questions. We're going to do it all because what's left? Okay, so the first one is, do you prefer gore or thrillers? I'm definitely more of a thriller girl. I do not like gory stuff. I'm very squeamish. Is that the word? Squeamish with any type of bodily fluids. It is so not my thing. Anytime I happen to be in a hospital or a doctor's office, I'm grossed out to the max. I'm anxious because I'm there and I'm grossed out. So definitely a thriller girl. Definitely. Are you superstitious? Oh my gosh, that reminds me, y'all. I'll tell you about this in the next video, but I saw this low budget film over Thanksgiving, and it was just so dumb. It was so dumb. Anyways, are you superstitious? I think it was supposed to be horror / thriller, but it was just ridiculous. But even so, I was still hooked because it's me. So anyways, are you superstitious? Not really. Not really. Do you get scared easily? Yeah, mostly yes. And my boyfriend takes full advantage to freaking just give me scares randomly. Not all the time, but he gets such a kick out of it. And I'm like, why do you hate me? Please leave me alone. because he knows I get scared all the time. I'm like, if you know, then why are you still talking about it? You know, this is who I am. So yes, favorite horror or Halloween themed song. I've seen this question before. I don't really have a favorite horror song, but whenever I think of Halloween, I think of the Monster Mash. I think of This Is Halloween. And I think of Thriller from Michael Jackson because it's specific. Because when I was in college, me and my best friends had to drive to like another like satellite campus to take classes a couple semesters. I think we were avoiding a professor, honestly. The lengths that we went to avoid this professor. So we would carpool there, and around Halloween time, one of my best friends would make a Halloween playlist. So I feel like all the songs she had on there were kind of just everything I associate with Halloween now, because she had all those songs on there. So we always talk about that. Those good times where we had, no real responsibilities, just go to class and do well. I'm like, can we go back there? That was fun times. Trick or treat, definitely a treat. Like always a treat, please. Ghosts or zombies? I mean, probably ghosts because they're cuter. I don't know. I guess ghosts. I'm gonna go with ghosts. What is your favorite spooky movie? Like Halloween type movie. I love, let's see. I love Hocus Pocus. I love Twitches. What else do I love? I love the new Haunted Mansion. It was so good. I love the new I love both the Haunted Mansions. The one with Eddie Murphy is a classic too. But the new one was so good, I thought. I feel like I'm blanking on these, but that's what's coming to mind. I have a lot of like spooky family movie favorites. Best Halloween costume you've had. I can only remember one, and it's the Dorothy one. Probably because Dorothy's been on my mind a lot because Wicked came out and I saw the movie, and then, which was incredible. Wicked was so good. It was so good. And this is someone who has zero experience with Wicked. Never saw the musical, didn't even know it was a book, didn't read the book, no experience with Wicked. It was incredible. But the only one that comes to mind right now is Dorothy. So I don't know if that's just my selective memory working or if that really was the best one, but here we are. Do you carve pumpkins? I do not carve pumpkins. I think it's too much work. I'd rather either paint them or draw on them or something, which I feel like that would be very fun because I've seen a lot of little like ones that have their faces painted on them or something. I feel like that would be fun, but carving sounds like too much work for my life. Vampires or werewolves? I mean, this just brings me back to Twilight time. I'm gonna have to go vampires. I really am. I'm sorry. I'm really gonna have to go vampires here because that's all I think of. Witches or vampires? Oh. I'm gonna go with witches because Wicked. Have you used a Ouija board? Absolutely not. Favorite horror monster or villain? Do I have a favorite horror monster or villain? I really don't. Again, I'm not like a horror themed gal, really. So I don't think I have a horror monster or villain. I guess I think the only horror movies I've ever seen are Saw and The Ring. I'm pretty sure that's it. I mean, Final Destination, but I feel like that's a little bit more like gore / suspenseful, less horror. So if I'm going by Saw in the Ring, I think, is her name Samara? She was a part of my nightmares for a long time. So she is, I don't know if she's a favorite or just really good at her work. And then Jigsaw, of course. Jigsaw is just iconic. I feel like just iconic. I will always remember the first Saw. Bro, like the first Saw was talked about forever. Like the first Saw just blew my mind as someone who is not about gore and not really about horror films, but it really, really blew my mind. I think I just watched the first 3. And then once it got past 3, I was like, all right, y'all, we good. My boyfriend has seen all of them. He's like, you should come with me. I'm like, I'm older now and my anxiety is worse. No, thank you. I'm good. Life is a horror show as it is. Have you ever played Bloody Mary? Absolutely not. You see, I didn't even finish that. Nope. Do you believe in demons, the devil? If there's a God, there's a devil. Scary costume or funny costume? I'd probably go with funny. Trick or treat or hand out candy? I mean, I don't mind trick or treating, to be honest with you. I just feel like people are going to side eye me if I go trick or treating right now, well into my 30s. I just feel like I'm gonna get the side eye. So I prefer to just hand out the candy and see the kiddos all dressed up, even though, spoiler alert, this is not Halloween week we're planning for. But since we are well past Halloween week, real time, your girl was sick the whole damn time, bro. Like trash, because it's one of my favorite things. And there we are. It's one of my favorite times of the year, and I was sick the whole time. So no giving out candy, just me and my tissue box. That was it. Okay, I'm moving on to another like list of questions. So this one's the creepiest thing that's ever happened while you were alone. What's the creepiest thing that's ever happened? Oh, y'all. All right, I hate talking about this because it still freaks me out. But oh my God, it's so freaky. So 2 things. So Bae was traveling and I was home alone. And I think I had just gotten off the phone with him, or I was on the phone with him, and it was late. It was like one of those, we're about to fall asleep on the phone. And I had come out of my bedroom to get some water or something, or to go to the bathroom or something. And then I came out, and I swear to y'all, out of the corner of my eye, I still don't know to this day if it was really true, but I saw a mouse. I don't even want to say it too loud. I need to knock on wood. Knocking on all the wood possible, because no. No. And I would not get out of my room. Like, I ran into my room and I wouldn't get out. And I was so scared. So I stayed on the phone with Bae and I was like, I think I saw a mouse, and I was freaking out. He's like, okay, you need to calm down, because he wasn't here to like get rid of it or do something with it. I was a mess. That's probably the creepiest thing that's ever happened. I've been home alone, and I'm not usually like scared when I'm home alone. Like, I live in an older house, kind of. It's a condo, but it's an older building, so I'm used to a lot of random noises for the most part. So otherwise I'm not really creeped out that often, but I was creeped out, and to this day, like, I don't know what happened there. And the weird thing about it, this is going to sound insane, y'all, but there was a time where, and Bae was home for this, but there was a time where there was like a noise coming from the oven. It was basically coming from the oven, or the area of the kitchen around the oven, that sounded like it could be that. Like, I don't know how else to say it. It sounded like something like small running. I know it sounds insane, but I'm telling you. And like, who wants to hear that coming from their oven, bro? Like, not this queen. So it's always been a strange time over here in regards to that. But that happened like 2 years ago now, and it's never happened since. So again, knocking on wood, but that's the creepiest thing that's ever happened. Anyways, I have the news on, I'm realizing, and y'all may hear it. I feel like the mic should not pick it up, but they may, so I'm gonna turn it down. Ew, they're talking about snow. Gross. Anyways, next question. If you were dared to spend the night in a haunted house, would you do it? Absolutely not. Especially if there's no compensation in that. Like, if it's just a dare and I need to like have some kind of weird pride about it, nah. Nah, homie, I'm good. Do you ever see figures in your peripheral vision? Well, that was one of those moments that I just told y'all about where I kind of saw in my periphery. So, which urban legend scares you the most? All of the above. All of the above. We'll go with all of the above. Do you believe in multiple dimensions or worlds? You know, There's been a lot of like multiverse things going on in entertainment, like in shows. Like it's been a big running theme, I feel like, ever since Marvel. And maybe I'm just completely like engrossed in Marvel and that's the only place it's been. But I feel like that's kind of been a thing across the board. Like Stranger Things has that going with it, or going in the story. So I feel like that's really become a thing. And sometimes it does make you think if it's possible. So I'm going to say the jury is out on that, because like who really knows? who who really knows at the end of the day? So I don't know. I don't know about that one. Okay, let's see. If you got trapped in one scary movie, which would you choose? I don't want to be trapped in any scary movie, but I guess if I had to, oh my God. Oh, if I had to pick one, God, it's all scary. Why would I want to be trapped in a scary movie? The least of the scary, I guess. I'm going to go with Get Out, just because it's such a well-made movie. It's just such a good movie. And I feel like if I'm brainwashed, like at the end of the day, I'm brainwashed. Do you know what I mean? I'm just going to be brainwashed. So I guess that, but oh, it would be terrible. If you could only wear one Halloween costume for the rest of your life, what would you be? I've always wanted to be Winnie the Pooh. I feel like I've had this discussion before because he's just so stinking cute. God. But I mean, the rest of my life walking around as Winnie the Pooh is tough. What would I want to be the rest of my life? That wouldn't be terrible. Yeah, that's the only thing I can think of right now. I mean, I guess I could be Dorothy for the rest of my life. It's just a dress and red sparkly shoes. So there's that. One of those, I guess. Would you ever go to a graveyard at night? Nope. In a zombie apocalypse, what is your weapon of choice? A baseball bat. Don't ask me why. You're in a horror movie. Are you the final girl, the first to die, the comic relief, the skeptic, the smart one, or the killer? I think I would be the smart one. Maybe. I'd either be the smart one or the skeptic. One of those two. So, do you have to watch something happy after watching a horror movie? Yes. Not even just a horror movie. If I'm watching anything, well, I mean, could be considered horror movies because they're horrendous. If I'm watching anything heavy, like it doesn't even have to be like scary, but just anything heavy, I usually, especially at night, I try to end the night with something light, so that I'm not going to sleep with the weight of the world on my shoulders. I don't really watch horror movies, so that's unlikely. But if I'm watching like a documentary or something heavy like that, then like I was watching the Aaron Hernandez, I think I mentioned this in a plan with me. I'm not sure these days. Who knows what I've said, but I've been watching a couple weeks ago now because the finale already happened, but I had been watching the Aaron Hernandez show on, was it on Peacock? I'm not sure what it was on. It was on something. But the new show that came out, and I mean, it was so good, but it's just so sad. Like, oh my goodness, like the things that happened to this kid are just crazy. And that's not to justify any actions taken. Allegedly anyway, who knows these days, but like, wow, just a sad freaking existence. Again, not a justification, but I don't know, like the weight of some of the things that are talked about, like the topics that are explored and the themes are just sad. You just feel for it, to be honest. And yeah. And then he was from Connecticut, which also kind of hit home. You know, I think a lot of times if you come from these types of communities, you see someone in those stories. Like you're like, shit, this was so-and-so, or this could have been so-and-so. And it's just sad. It's just sad at the end of the day. So anything heavy, basically, I'm take into like I Love Lucy, or I'm going to watch a Plan with Me or something. Something lighter in nature to go to sleep, because the world is already heavy enough. So, okay, I think we got through it, y'all. Thank you for sticking with me as I go through this random tag questions. I love how the spread turned out. I hope you guys enjoyed. Here's what I have left over. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up, as it really does help support the channel. I appreciate you hanging out with me for a little bit. Be sure to subscribe for more planning content, and I'll see y'all real soon. Bye.